Set us free. Set us free. Set us free. Set us free. In this dark hour of need. Light our way back home, coming in from the cold, and we'll be all set free. Set us free. Set us free. Set us.
Hey, good afternoon. My goodness, I can't believe it. I guess it was about 2 weeks ago, I discovered that I was not eating enough. Now, how could that be? Because I eat 5 times a day, sometimes 6. What's going on? Well, I've got a phrase for you, or a quote that I heard someone tell me. All right, so whatever is tracked can be measured. Whatever is tracked and measured can be changed. I didn't know that I wasn't eating enough until I tracked it. And I used the MyFitnessPal app that's available for free from Under Armour. You can put it on your Android or your iPhone, and you can pay attention to what you're eating. And it's pretty easy to do because there's a lot of foods already cataloged in there, and you can just set up your meal and know about what you're doing and be awfully close and pretty accurate. And then if you're like me, you calculate what you're doing and think, different theories on how to lose weight and everything. And by the way, I'm Andy. I'm excited to be with you. I was just flabbergasted when I started putting all this together again and thinking about it. So, how about you? Do you know how many calories you eat in a day and how many you should? Well, there's a website. There's several, but there's one specific website that I would point you to for you to find out based on your gender, your age, your height, your activity level, on how many calories you should eat to maintain, and then how many calories you should use to lose, and then how many you should have to lose fast. Now remember, people tell us that the way to safely have a sustained weight loss program, I guess we'll call it that, is to lose only 1 to 2 pounds per week. If you're doing any more than that, chances are you're not going to be able to sustain it. So, hold that thought. Oh, there it is right there. That's good stuff. My wife and I were talking about this grape. She's not a grape fan. She said she didn't like grape knee-high growing up. She didn't like the grape sours that I talked about before, the little candies. She didn't like that sour stuff. I love it. Anyway, so when you figure out how fast you want to lose weight, all that kind of stuff, and how many calories you want to eat or consume to lose weight or maintain or whatever, and you learn that when you start eating healthily, that it's hard to get that many calories in. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'll eat 5 times a day. Now, they're not big meals, but I'm thinking I'm doing good. And then because, so if you follow, y'all, there's a whole bunch of different things that you can follow, but I follow the belief that your body, you start a fire and then you keep throwing a log on the fire every 2.5 to 3 hours. So that's my body's metabolism. I get it started in the morning. I get my workout in, and then I have breakfast. And then in about 2.5 to 3 hours, I'm going to eat something else, whether it's a protein bar, some fruit, and some other protein like nuts or beef jerky or whatever. And then so I'm going to do that throughout the day, and by the time that the day is over, I've eaten 5 or 6 times total. You would think eating 5 or 6 times total that you would have plenty of calories. Would you believe that there have been days I've only put 900 calories in my body? Would you also believe for my height and weight and activity level, I should be putting 1,400 calories in my body? Well, so if I wanted to go back to the way I used to eat, chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, and 2 or 3 rolls, then that would be an easy way to put that in at one time. But because of the way I eat now, that's not, I have to look and add calories. Anyway, I could not believe that I was not eating enough. So I talked to my buddy Paul, and he said, I was questioning that. And I talked to my friend Carrie, and she said, I know what you mean, because she's the same way. She's active and everything and doesn't get the calories in. So I was paying attention to what Coach Peter Nielsen was saying, and I had to start adding calories. Now, one of the great things is I can do, I can eat something with salmon on it. So I get the protein, I get the carbs in the right way, and that is delicious. So my salmon is one of my go-to meals now when we go out to eat. Of course, there's always chicken, but and then at home, I'm learning to add sometimes a little bit extra whatever. For example, um, we made some pulled pork for some friends the other day, and I had mine on a wheat tortilla and added spinach for my part of my carbs and ate that dude down, and then finished it up with 2 apples to get all the carbs that I needed to balance it out. So I'm learning that to eat more, and you would think it's counterintuitive, because why would you eat more to lose weight? And I'm not really talking about losing weight. I'm talking about I still want to trim up my midsection some. So, by the way, I did not know this until I learned more about it. Did you know that you can't necessarily target an area? So they say. You can build muscle in an area, but the only way that you're going to lose fat, of course, is to continue the calorie deprivation or change your body's structure so that the muscle burns the calories and takes away the fat. So I'm still working my abs, whether I believe that or not. I'm still targeting my abs. So, by the way, if you are a fan of the Russian twist, there is something wrong with you. A Russian twist is where you're laying down and you pull up in a halfway like a crunch position, and you're sitting there going side to side with a heavy weight in your hands, and you do that for either a time or a number of reps. That exercise was probably, they came up with it in a Russian torture chamber or something. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm thankful for what it's going to help do to my body. So there we go. Okay, so here's the moral of the story. If you are interested in getting healthier and you're changing your diet so that you have more good proteins, more good carbs, less bad of either of those, then you might want to check and make sure that you are getting enough calories to fuel you, or if you want to lose safely. So what you want to do is check out this calorie calculating website, healthline.com. Just go to healthline.com and say calorie calculator, or you could go to your favorite search engine, DuckDuckGo, whatever, and do the same thing, calorie calculator, and it will ask you the questions, and you can put in the answers and find out where you should be, and then track it. Going back to my quote that I told you earlier, whatever can be tracked can be measured. Whatever can be tracked and measured can be changed. So, there you go. I'm all about the tracking and measuring now. It's a little bit tedious, but once you've done it for a little while, then you find out that it's doable. And you've got your phone with you anyway. Just plug in what you're doing. All right. I'm stopping there. Today's Wealth Wednesday. Did you do it? Did you bless somebody today? I'm stopping at the store on the way home to do the diapers like I talked about yesterday. Actually, I'm probably going to go to 2 stores because there's a store across the street from my office, and I'll run over there real quick. And then stop at a big store on the way home and throw a $5 bill or so in a diaper box. And while I'm out, pick up some more fruit. Goodness. I'm all about the berries now. I love blueberry, strawberry, blueberry with breakfast. I have blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. And that's good stuff. Anyway, so I hope you have a fantastic afternoon. Be blessed. Remember to tell people that you love them. Tell everybody. And then consider what you can do to bless somebody today on your way home, or if you go out to eat, give an extra tip or do something. All right. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Be blessed. I'll talk to you later. We're going to listen to some Look At You Now on the way out. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Didn't show up, but you showed them all anyhow. You wouldn't slow down, now you're too slow to push a fly.